Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this intersection you cannot turn right at a red light. So I waited. And yeah, this loser cuts me off. And then speeds off onto the highway. So, you know, look out for that. It's not supposed to happen. In certain situations, yes, you are allowed to cross a double yellow line. And this is a perfect example. If there's a construction zone or a situation where there's been an accident or you have to do it, or in an emergency situation, sure. This is probably the most common scenario where you're going to be crossing double yellow lines in a construction scenario. They're paving the road. It's nice and it's pretty tight and narrow. And then when it's safe, move over accordingly. You don't necessarily have to signal or shoulder check in these situations. If you do that, it's fine, but it's not necessary because you're following the flow of traffic essentially. It's not the best driving on the bus driver's end, but a bigger vehicle, I'm gonna have to yield, slow down, or stop. It is what it is. Close call here. When you're merging or making lane changes, check your blind spots. Like, look how close that is. I mean, that truck almost slid into the back of that car. Don't make stupid choices. If someone is turning right, especially a large vehicle, don't pass them on the inside. You can just imagine what would have happened here. My student tried, but I had to slam on the brakes because people think that this is okay or somehow you're gonna sneak through, or this is why you need a lot of experience to be a good defensive driver. Okay, just because you've been driving for a few months, look at this guy. Best time to cross is when there's a car in front of you. I mean, just dumb. When you're making a lane change or merging, do not frickin' slow down. Speed up and get ahead of me. Look how much space there is in that lane. And this guy is slowing down to get in front of me, and then he's going across multiple lanes. I mean, you just got off the highway. Do you really need to get back on the highway, or do you need to be in that lane? I mean, work your way in there, one by one, maybe. Accident. Looks like a bad one. Probably somebody turning left. It's a shit show. Here's another one. Somebody also turning left, or tried turning left, and got hit by oncoming traffic. This is why when you turn left, you need to know what you're doing. You need to yield to oncoming traffic. I've made a similar video maybe about a year ago in this same road. This is very common on weekends. People park on both sides. They're not supposed to. That guy should have pulled over because he had space to pull over, but he's just essentially forcing his way in there. And now my student had to back up. And this may occur on your test. I've had a student recently who had to do this on her road test in a similar situation. And the examiner prompted her to back up. Normally you can't back up into any intersection or anywhere on the road. You can't have cars turning both at the same time into a single lane, okay? This is why if you're turning on a red light, you're supposed to yield and stop to any traffic that's moving through the intersection. It's very simple. This is where you don't pass people on the double yellow line, okay? It's a school zone. I'm driving 30. What's happening? Now, I'm not stopping here because I'm trying to let someone in. This is just how I stop. I'd like to give myself a little bit of distance. And this lady from the gas station, decides to completely cut me off without any eye contact or any communication whatsoever. She just, again, forced her way in there. And, you know, it is what it is, as I always say. But now she's going to be turning into another gas station right in front of me, right after the traffic lights. So you're going from one gas station to another. Maybe you don't like the prices of gas. I'm not sure, but that's kind of a dick move. So be better, make better choices. Four-way stop, I should have the right of way. Because I stopped first? No. That guy thought otherwise. He cuts us off. Dick move. What's happening? Sometimes I truly don't understand. In this case, I'm turning left, the intersection is clear. However, the car that just turned previously ran into some problems, and he essentially stalled in the middle of the turn. So luckily he was able to regain his consciousness and move onwards, and I was able to pass. But sometimes in these situations you may have to yield in, other ways. Amazon truck drivers, man, they're just so good. If you're turning left, you need to yield to oncoming traffic. It's a very basic concept. No right turn here at all. So that doesn't mean you can't turn when the light is red. No right turn at all under any circumstances. And I see people turn right here quite frequently. Then this guy backs up. Maybe he changed his mind, or maybe he was waiting for a better moment. Over the curb, there he goes, like an idiot. New driver. This is why insurance rates for new drivers are skyrocketing, because they just are completely careless. Now, I've made a video recently about cyclists, and I got a lot of interesting comments, but here we go again. Like, what's happening here? You're impeding traffic in both directions. I have a green light. You had the right of way there, essentially, if you were going straight with the rest of the peloton, but then you change your mind, and it's just not the way you do things. And here's one more, just to prove a point. Okay, I don't care if you're operating tennis shoes, a vehicle, or a bike. You are an idiot if you drive like this or ride like this. So stay safe, make better choices. Till next time.